Hi, I'm Cheryl from the Sewing Room channel, and I'm going to show you a method of finishing off your binding on the back so it looks just as good on the back as it does on the front. It's a little bit slower process, but the results are fantastic. So let's first look at the way I've been showing you how to do it. Okay. What I've been having you do is I'd have you take the folded edge of your binding and you bring it past the stitch line, and then you stitch it on in the ditch from the front side of your project, okay? And when you're done, this is probably the results that you've been getting. This folded edge is a little wavy in places, but your stitch line is straight, okay? Doesn't have as nice a finished look, but it's really quick to do this. Now, one of the reasons why I do this so much is that a few years ago I had a serious injury in which I lost probably over 90% of the use of my right hand. So hand stitching is really difficult for me, but I used to do it in this other method and it looks great. So let me show you what that is. All right, so here it is. Here's the two finished edges. Now, on this one here, on this first one, my strips were cut 2 3/4 inches wide. My seam allowance was 3/8 of an inch to put on the binding, and I placed my pins in this manner. Now, on this one, my strips are 2 1/2 inches wide, and my seam allowance is 1/4 inch to put the binding on. Now, when you're pinning the back of the binding on, you've already got it stitched on the front, you fold it over to the back. Here's the stitch line, right along here. You're going to take the folded edge of your binding and bring it right to the stitch line, not past, and place your pins like this, okay? Then you're going to hand stitch it on. So let me show you how to do that. You're going to still have your mitered corners folded just like the other method. And with a single strand of thread, put a knot at the end of the thread, and you're going to go to the corner, pick a corner, and with your needle you're going to go underneath the very corner there, pull it all the way out so the knot at the end of your thread is hidden underneath there. Then pull your thread all the way out, and then you're going to go directly below, down onto the fabric that's on the back of your quilt, right below the edge of the binding, and stick it in. And then you're going to do another one in place. You're going to pull it through right that same spot and pull it through, because you want that corner to be really secure. Then you're going to go below again, and then you're going to slide over, okay, and you're going to catch about, you're going to go over about 1/8 of an inch, come up through, catch the lower edge of the binding, and pull it all the way through. Now make sure your needle does not go all the way through to the front of your project. You want to just slide it under that back fabric, okay? And you keep going across. So let me show you again. So here I've just come out right here. I'm going to go right below, go across, come up through that edge, and pull it all the way through. And then you're going to go below again and do the same thing. You're going to go all the way around the quilt. And usually what I would do at every corner, I would do a few stitches in place at each corner to hold it there and go all the way around. Now on this, I use dark thread, so you do see the stitches. But if you use matching thread, this is what it looks like. Okay, so I'm going to put the two side by side. Now, let me bring this around a little bit better there. Now you can see it. It either is going to look like this or look like this. So if you want a really smooth edge on the back, you can do this. Now, I prefer this method because it's faster and much easier for me. If you're doing this and you're doing it on a large quilt, it could take you several hours just to do the back of the quilt. So it's a long and tedious process. If you love hand sewing, you're probably going to enjoy this method. Okay? Well, I hope that you try this and see what it looks like. Maybe you're going to like it better. Now, if you need any help or you have questions about anything regarding sewing in the quilting or crafting world, leave a comment in the comment section below. I read all of them, the good, the bad, the ugly, no matter what, and I try to respond to as many as I can. Now, if you have suggestions for videos, put that down there in the comment section also. And if I feel it's something that I can put into a video, then I will do it at some future date. Now, the Sewing Room channel has over 100 videos on it. And if you want to view some of the other videos that I've got them involved in how to make a quilt, how to make pot holders, table runners, all kinds of little novelty things, baby stuff. Go ahead and in the search window above the YouTube screen, enter the Sewing Room channel, and it takes you directly to my home page, and you can see all of the videos that I've done. And I've got numerous ones on binding alone. Binding is my top question that I get in the comment section. Always somebody has one. Now, to keep informed on all of those videos that are coming up in the future, subscribe to my channel. Click on either one of my subscribe buttons. There's one down there, one up there. Don't forget to enter your email address so that YouTube will send you an email the moment I have a new video that comes out. You click on the button in the center, it takes you directly to that new video. I'm Cheryl. I'm so glad you came to my sewing room. There's a lot more blogs to come. I'll see you next time, and happy sewing.